Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on the Boogeyman coming to get you. So we have a new ruthless aggression powerhouse in the game, and it is the Boogeyman. He has one link, the ruthless aggression link, matching any colored gem, charges moves of that color by one more move point, and the one gear, the coming to get you gear. And he is a coach. At 9k, black gems do 15% more damage. That's a pretty cool coach. We haven't seen a black gem coach, so I would like to get him for that. So let's take a look at the Boogeyman. He's got, I'm going to do 4 builds for you guys. He's pretty strong. He hits pretty hard. He's got some cool stuff going on. He's got a really good sub. So yeah, let's get in here and take a look. So 4 builds. First one is going to be a 3-star, and we'll kind of move from there. It's going to feature the Boogie Bomb. That's a 12 MP red finisher. Deals 123k damage and make 13 random gems into purple gems and pin your opponent. The Beal, 9 MP purple, deals 69k damage and swap a 3x3 random area into red gems. And the Body Avalanche, 5 MP, deal 54k damage and choose a 2x2 area to swap into 1-turn countdown gems that will deal 0 damage and modify a 2x2 random area into X-Break gems when activated. When that goes off, a huge portion of the board is going to end up being X-Break gems. Then you blow up the board. So put those down turn 1, survive to turn 2, break everything, blow up the board, do a ton of damage is the idea with this. So trainers, we're going to use Slick Rick for more gem damage since we're blowing up a bunch of the board. We're going to use Woods for more purple MP to get that countdown gem right away. Lacey Evans for more purple and green gem damage since we're blowing up a bunch of the board. And Typhoon for more red gem damage. Let's get out here, see how it goes. I'm going to be going against AJ. We do have a class advantage. He's strapped, we're not. I do have tour perks, plus 2 MP and plus 1 on a match. For any build really where you blow up the board, Double Fury makes a lot of sense, and that's probably what I would say with this build for the Boogeyman. So we're going to pop our countdowns down, preferably in a spot where we won't break them, or AJ won't break them. And ideally another purple match would be just fine. This looks pretty safe unless he takes the 4 match. Here he might take the black match. I'd like to take that purple 3. There he could drop the yellow. It's kind of ugly really, and it's a guessing game, so I don't think he'll take the yellow. Let's take those and see how it goes. Okay, all of our gems are intact. We got the purple match, so the 3x3 random area is full, which you can hit and hope it connects, which it probably will. Or we could take this 3 match here and blow up the board. I'm going to go ahead and take the 3x3 because we'll have the finisher even if it doesn't hit anything. There you go, there's most of the board blown up. Nice little cascade. And some heavy damage, 437k. And AJ can't kick out. Cheap shot would be fine on that. That does show the Twilight Ritual plate. I don't have it for, I didn't have the graphic for the new rock plate, which is break, I believe it's break 3 purple, get 3 red. Or break 3 red, get 3 purple. Let me double check real quick for you guys. That is break 3 red, and you get 3 more purple. That would help recycle after that 3x3 random area, just in case you didn't connect on the finisher. You could do Twilight Ritual as well. So the next moveset, it would be double bleeds. This would be available at 5-star because I'm going to use this 5-star move. Or double reds rather. This one, the bleed is crazy strong. Not the highest percentage chance. Obviously when it goes off, you pretty much are going to control and win any match very quickly. So this two-handed chokeslam is the 5-star move. The other two moves are available much sooner than 5-star. We're going to bring the running clothesline in and then the submission chokehold. Alright, so 3 new moves. The two-handed chokeslam, 7 MP red, deal 84k damage, and choose 8 black gems to destroy. Running clothesline, 9 MP red, deal 89k damage, and cause your opponent to bleed for 4 turns. During each of these turns, there is a 17% chance to deal 581,000 bleed damage to your opponent. That's a lot of bleed damage. A little bit less than 1 in 5 chance, so it's not going to go off all the time. And then the submission, choose 6 gems to make into red submission gems and do 52k damage for 3 turns while submission gems are on the board. That's a 8 MP black. So for the entourage, I'm going to run with Seth for more bleed. That's actually going to make the bleed over 900,000 per tick. Again, only a 17% chance, so it goes off, it seems like, about 17%. So 1 every couple subs seems to be about right. So hopefully we'll get one and I can show you guys that. We're going to go with Luke for more red MP. Of course, you could use Sting. Sorry, we're going to go with Butch, not Luke. I'm going to go with NWO Show for higher chance of black gems on the starting board. Just so we have more potential blacks to break, potentially. That was kind of redundant. 20% chance with where my big show is at. And we're going to leave Typhoon on there. Again, we're going to keep going against AJ. I would run double armor with this set, with relying on the sub and the big bleed. You could go Twilight Ritual for plates, head games. Normally I like blowing up a lot of the board, but not in this case. So we need 5 black gems to charge the blacks. So let's see about getting those 5. And we could also get a red match and get the bleed down right here by breaking the black. And let's hope we don't cascade, huh? Let's see. Ooh, we're gonna cascade. Oh well. That's the risk you take trying to load both of them. But I kind of like this so we can bleed into the sub. Of course, he gets a 5 match. Why not? AJ's gonna no-sell. Especially when we have a sub charge to drain him. Is what it is. You could go with Viper Strike, break 3 black, turn 7 yellow into red. You could go with head games. So we're going to get this bleed down. And then we're going to use the choose move to reload the reds. And also maybe pick up a black or so if we can. In this case, we can pick up 3 blacks. So that'll help recycle the black. And do decent damage on those row breaks. So reds are reloaded. Let's see if we don't get that bleed to go off here. It is over if we do. No bleed. Keep in mind, 1 tick is going to do, right now, 918,000 bleed damage. And we only need 4 blacks, which we have. And we're going to look to... Oh, well, this will be over anyway, regardless of what happens. You can do a lot of damage with these chew subs. So we beat him without the bleed even going off. And you're controlling it. You can get the sub down turn 1. So as long as you can recycle to the black, you're in a good place. I actually like this build a lot. Very strong. It's crazy when the bleed procs. So next up, we're going to show you triple red. I would probably only use this as a hot tag. But you can do a lot of damage, and of course in a hot tag I wouldn't be using the MP trainer. I would double up on red move damage. So let's bring the Boogie Bomb back in, keep that running clothesline, and then the two-handed choke slam is going to come in too. This would be a 5-star move set. I believe we've seen all of these moves. 7, 9, and 12 red MP, lots of damage, 120, 90, 84 respectively. So we're going to put Batista in. Mine is not 9k yet. He will be soon. For my Zombie Brian, get a little bit extra move damage at 9k plus the 1 red MP. Like I said, normally I'd put like Ruthless Aggression Cena in here as a hot tag option, but for now we're going to run with some red MP so we can get started right away. And then Snoop for 20% red move damage. I would run this one, double takedown for sure as the hot tag. Really buff those because we're looking at 480k move damage right there. Gooker, if you have Gooker, would go on there nicely. Red move damage, metal percentage, obviously. So let's see what this one looks like. Again, the rock plate where you break purple, get red would make sense for the finisher to help reload that. You could also use Twilight Ritual. You could actually use anything that would help load the red. So anything match 3 get red would work to help load the finisher and give you more outs in case you do not have a red match. We do have a red match. Other thing I want to point out, this move is ready turn 1, so you can potentially break some blacks to give yourself a red match. We do not want to break this one. We want to keep our red match there. And we really don't want to cause a cascade and miss our red match in our turn. So that's perfect. We have a red match turn 1. Did a decent chunk of damage. And now we're ready to go with our bleed. Which is 131k damage. And then our finisher is going to deal 180k damage and hopefully line up a bunch of purples here. Maybe we'll get the bleed to go off this time since we didn't with the sub. Nice gem damage though. Very nice gem damage. 300k. No bleed there. Still no bleed. Maybe here? And still no bleed, so he's going to kick out. There the bleed went, though. So he's all out of life. And he took my reds. But that's okay. We're going to destroy a bunch of blacks. And move that pin bar. And get the win right here. Okay, and finally, and this is probably the strongest moveset. There's a lot of different ways you could actually run this next one. You could buff the sub, especially if you add Rocky Johnson. I'm actually not looking to buff the sub. I am strictly trying to delay to get to the countdown gems, and I will show you what I mean, because we have not seen this move yet. This does use the 5-star move, the two-handed choke slam, but we haven't seen the short arm clothesline yet. And this is very, very strong moveset. It's going to deal a lot of damage. It does take a couple turns to get there, so that's why I like the sub and the delay tactic, and I'll show you what I mean. You could run this much differently than I am, and I know some people will. So I'll cover the new move real quick. Short arm clothesline, 6 MP black, deal 51k damage, and make the bottom 3 rows into 2-turn countdown gems that deal 67,000 damage when activated. So that's 21 gems at 67,000 a gem that survives. So that's some crazy damage output. I'm going to go with double MP trainers. And this is where I was saying you could go Bray and Zombie Kevin Owens to buff the sub. I don't want to do that, and I'll show you why. I'm going to go with Bray and Butch. And then I will buff the sub a little bit with Shelton. And Rocky Johnson would be much better. I don't have him. This you could kind of go with whatever. For now, Typhoon, you're just going to hang out there, even though we're not breaking very many reds here. Really, like I said, it's all about just stalling and delaying and getting those countdown gems to go off, because there's so much damage potential there. It's crazy. And I want to get them down on turn 1. And I actually want to get the sub turn 1 too, kind of pretending like, you know, you want to stop them turn 1. I only need 1 gem, so we want to put these in a spot where they're not likely to get broken. It's random. Ignore me. It's a random spot. So we only need 1 black, and I want to leave potentially some blacks to destroy on the board. Let's go ahead. No, I want this one. That'll get me 2 extras. And we're going to have 2 extras. And let's make that one. We get a little drain on AJ here. A lot of the countdown gems are surviving, which is great. We got some black gems on the board, so that's great. 1 more turn and they're going to go off. We need 5 more. We have 5. There, I don't want to force a pin. That's okay. Don't want to re-put countdown gems down because these are going to go off next turn. And let's get a little damage here. And get another drain on AJ. And while there's not a lot of countdown gems, it's 60k for every one. He's almost dead anyway. So when it gets to our turn, that'll way more than be enough. There was 8 left. It would have been 400k plus. And then it's just move the pin bar and finish him. It's very control, and it's a ton of damage. You could go against someone with way more hit points. And when that goes off, you're going to do a lot. So Boogeyman is very strong. He's not a turn 1 killer, but man, does he hit really hard. So he's not going to be a lot of fun to deal with. Will be a really nice card to have. I definitely like this card. He will completely destroy tours. And in Feud, anyone that doesn't finish you off turn 1 is going to not have very much fun dealing with you. Because as the match goes on, he's going to get really strong. Plus, if that bleed goes off, that's just silly. And it's a lot of fun. So I hope I get the Boogeyman. Really good card, really strong card. The best Ruthless Aggression powerhouse now by far. And he actually looks really great. His move animations and his style looks good. So he's a card I hope I get, and I hope you guys can get him too. Let me know what you think in the comments if you're enjoying the trial and what you think about the Boogeyman. Like I said, a lot of different ways you could run this last one. It doesn't necessarily have to be 2 MP trainers. You could focus on the sub more. A lot of different things you could do. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks, guys. Good luck out there.